Crazy busy. Hello. Happy Sunday. Welcome to Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It. That was my little pumpkin that I grew in my garden. How is everyone? Hello, Shelly and Anthony. How are you? Hope everyone is well. Just we'll wait for some more people to get in. I'm definitely late, but I wanted to do like 9:05 because Mr. Jones from Garden State Gardeners usually runs a little bit longer. So also it's just running behind. Hello, Red Silo Homestead. How are you? Happy Sunday. Good evening. Good evening. Happy Halloween, everyone. Yeah, no dressing up tonight for me. Hope everyone has a fun little ghoulish Halloween. I was thinking about, well, I was going to get dressed up, but yeah, somebody ruined my plans. And then I was going to wear my son's Halloween costume that he wore Friday night to go to my other son's party. He was the character from Dodgeball. Good evening, Paul Honeyman from England, my friend from over the pond. How are you? So I wasn't sure if anybody would catch on that I would have been the character from Dodgeball if I would have borrowed it off of them. But hi, Suzanne. Happy Sunday. Welcome in, everyone. Ghoulish while I'm covered in dark green paint. Does that count? Yeah, that can count as your Halloween costume. How was everyone's weekend? Have you seen the title? It's not good. So just bear with me and then I'll get into it. Oh, yeah, I tell you. You usually go live at 2, not 1, Melody. What? No, I usually go live at 8. At 9. Not 9:05, but, you know, usually Mr. Joe runs longer, plus I was running late to even get on to live tonight. Isn't this odd, though, for almost the beginning of November, and I found this in the garden? This has to be a, and right here started to get touched by the weather. Just cut it off, the rest is good. But this is an Italian zucchini. I did a quickie little video. So yeah. Let's see. Hey there, Paul. Oh, sorry. Oh no, Suzanne. Really? Her sister or her... Oh my gosh. I can't think of her name right now. That's horrible. Absolute prayers for sure. So Gail at Gail Southern Living said her sister has a brain stem injury. Please send prayers. What happened? Did it just happen or... Nene, right? Am I saying it wrong? Her older sister was hit by a car. Oh no. God bless. Lots and lots of prayers. It's horrific. Absolutely horrible. Wow. Doreen, hello, how are you? Hello, Melody. My chat wouldn't come up, but I've been here. Oh. Yeah, the number wasn't even right on here. I don't know why that is. Maybe a lot of people are live. But hi, how are you? Happy Halloween. They drove through the night to get to her. Oh my gosh. Also, I was driving last night and my gear link detached in my car. Ended up sleeping at my daughter's house until I could check it out this morning. Oh, did you get it fixed? Wow. Guess we all got bad news, don't we? I just don't want to repeat my bad news 5,000 times, so we'll give it a few and let some people come in and deal with it. Fill yous all in. And there's Paul posting the links. Hello, Chris. Happy Halloween. Happy Sunday. Welcome in. So, yeah, Doreen, I took, the legs that didn't work out. And was it you or I forget who I was telling that I put it in a Ziploc baggie, like the 2 seals that didn't work on the chicken legs. And I put it in a Ziploc baggie as soon as it happened. Made sure, I put it in the refrigerator, dumped it out, put it in a pan with carrots and all kinds of good stuff. And wow, it was tasty, big time. Really, really good. On a happier note, Wide Family Farm is having their Popween pumping carving contest at 9:30 tonight. Yeah. Ooh, jeez, Scott. Red Silas says, no bad news here. We've done with all the court. Yep. Now remodeling my office, hence the dark green paint. And how's that going? Yeah, it turned out really delicious, Doreen. I didn't want to waste it, and I also was too tired to re-pressure can it again. Folks, I'm talking about the chicken legs in the jar that I did. I said I had 1 jar that broke and 2 jars that didn't seal. So the 2 that didn't seal, I would have had X amount of time to re-pressure can it. And I chose not to, and I dumped it all in a Ziploc baggie. I put it in a baking sheet in the oven with homegrown carrots, potatoes, all kinds of good stuff. And it really was really, really good. Even the broth was so good. Now, the salt I screwed up on was supposed to be a teaspoon. I think I did a tablespoon. But I just added a little bit more water into it as it was cooking, and it all turned out very tasty. So thank you for that, Doreen. I appreciate it. Chris says, happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. 24 hours. Yep. Would have had 24 hours to re-pressure can that. You did connect it and drove it home again with no issues. Well, that's good. Well, that's good. We only have 9 people in here. 5 thumbs up. I'm tired. I know I saw Suzanne's comment that she wrote, but then she took it off. It said, Melody ended her live early last week. I did. I told you all I was tired. I spent most of today having my world rock and ripping things out of my garden. So you want the bad news now or you want the bad news later? Because Red Silo has a little bit of an idea because I had spoke to him, but we weren't really sure if this was going to be like a done deal type of thing. So long story short, dynamic is changing. Oh, yeah, I can't even believe I got to get into this. I'm just going to be going through it, my friends. Janine says she wants to hear now. Okay, so I don't know. What have I been here? 2-3 years? My roommate never got a job. Proclaimed he was looking. Last Saturday, let's start off with that. Last Saturday, I was woken up to his niece and her man being here. And, I'm that type of person where I think things should look presentable before somebody comes in. Said hello, His other niece, Lisa, she's really super nice. Anyway, said hello to her child. And after they left, I said to Jimmy, did you know she was coming? And he was like, I was like, well, either you did or you didn't. And he said, oh, I just found out this morning. I said, okay. I did that. He did let it slip out of his mouth that I guess it was like 2 weeks ago, he left it slip out of his mouth. I said, when somebody's trying to find a job, they're trying to find a job. Did you ever hear the saying, like, pounding the pavement is not putting in 1 application or 2 applications in a month? You know how they say you shouldn't question God? I don't know if I really did, or maybe I legitimately had a question. Like when I first got here, it was like a little rough. And then I said, what is my purpose? Because I'll give you a little backstory. At my house, Uncle Louie came to stay, and, he's an ex-Vietnam vet, Marine, hoorah. And I took care of him. Was his caretaker until he went into the hospital. Mind you, he was keeping it a secret that he was dying. Called me on the phone and said, I was like, oh, hey, Uncle Louie, how's your legs? When will you be out? And he said, I won't. Doctors told me I'm dying. And I was like, oh, stop. If anybody could beat it, it would be you. No. He tried to stay alive to watch the Eagles go to the Super Bowl. So that was like really hard on me. And then y'all are caught up about how I lost my place wasn't due to there was an increase in rent that I wasn't willing to pay, which was said to me one time by someone. I was like, what? Rent usually goes up. I'm used to that. You know, the rich guys that bought it just wanted the people that were there 13 years gone so they could get new people in there that are willing to pay the upper amount. Didn't even give me an option, so that's that. And then, anyway, so Jimmy wanted me to come here, talk about, I have to be honest, I kind of knew what I was doing to myself. I not ever stopping. What do I mean by that? It was like as soon as I got here. Well, I said to him, well, what do you want? You know, why do you want me to move there? And he said, nothing really. I said, no, what do you want? And he said, just pay for the oil and do a little bit of food. I was like, okay. I didn't know I was going to be coming here and be doing everything. First day here, he was like, Mel, you going to garden? And I was like, I can't even think straight. I just went through hell and back. He's like, well, why don't you garden? I'm like, no. Hey, why don't you garden? No, Jim. Well, anyway, I don't want to say common courtesy, that's the wrong word. Let me get my words straight. So, my friend Jay, that I've spoke about very highly of multiple times on here, he was the one that said, hey, for Christmas, I'm going to pay for your soil on your beds. I was like, what? I mean, what a gift for Christmas, right? Absolutely loved it. We were putting the beds together, and then I did the whole garden. I built the garden due to Jimmy with you should garden, you should garden, you should garden. It's sort of like when I first got here, Jimmy's like, Mel, want to get chickens? And I'm like, no. He's like, oh, why not? And I said, because who's going to be responsible for them? Plus, I said, Jim, I don't want the responsibility of chickens. I said, and they need to have housing. You can't just take on animals and not take care of them. You have a hard enough time taking care of your dog. Okay, so I pretty much ran myself into the ground. Day in, day out. Well, for a year straight, training his dog, sweeping 5 times a day from dog hair, or vacuuming, or looking after him, or feeding him, or whatever. Moral of my story, long story short, it's the common courtesy factor of it all. It's the, me sinking everything into here. And today he said he was going to go pay for his cell phone. He would be back, and I was going to just go run and get a cutesy little costume for tonight. And I was outside ripping things out of the garden. Plus I had all the chickens out. And I put the chickens away because they were out for hours. I let the dogs go out. That's the routine. I brought the dogs in. He was sitting at the table right over there, as a matter of fact. So I was like, I'm exhausted and I'm dying of thirst. Let me get something to drink. I could tell he was acting like a little weird. So I sat down right here, and he said, are you looking for a place? And I was like, what? And he said, you have 30 days and you have to be out. And I was like, hold up a second here. First of all, I think it's 60 days. And he goes, no, my niece looked. And I was like, well, that's real nice. Good to know. These are down there talking about me. And completely classless. I walked away. Completely walked away. Why did I walk away? Well, I did say to him, where are you going? Well, he told me he sold the house to his niece. And, I mean, this is something that's moving really, really quickly. I don't know if it's moving quickly because he's doing it with a family member. I don't know. But a little common courtesy after everything that I've done to fix your house up or have 3 of my guy friends come here to fix your stuff or check to see if you have mice or, run my stuff into the ground to be like, you have 30 days. Um, but last Saturday, same day his niece was here, my Jared had a situation with his girlfriend, and Jimmy had said, tell Jared to come here. And I'm like, I don't know, I feel like something's off. You're just not telling me. I don't want Jared to come here and then it be, some bomb being dropped. And my nerves were shot and my hands and arms were shaking. Jared didn't get here till last Saturday night, so like later. And we were sitting here at the table yet again. And he goes, why are your hands shaking? And I'm like, I don't know. It's within my arms. It's my nerves. I can't make it stop. And he goes, well, Jared's here. His stuff's here. He's fine. So don't worry about anything. And then there's today. And something about the dirt that Jay paid for, like, you're not going to get the dirt out of here. And I was like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I will. So there you have it. There you have it. So my whole world's just been flipped upside down. And I did say to him, oh, so my stuff that's in the middle of the basement that your mice were shitting and pissing all over, that's going to be all on me to clean up, right? Like, I haven't ran myself into the grave this entire time I've been here. I usually just don't advertise things, and I try to be nice, but when I say I kind of had it coming, it's because I had many of invites to go out this summer, many invites to, go do something, or just to a friend asking me, just to go out, just to get away from here, or people paying from CE, like if they want to come here to see me and have dinner, they're paying for Jimmy, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And it's like, sunk everything into here, and now I'm shit out of luck, literally. So I didn't want to say anything tonight. I did talk to my one neighbor who was disgusted and literally started to cry. Because, this is not the same person. This person's not even taking a shower. Sits on the chair, does nothing. I'm cleaning up his dog shit, you name it, I'm doing it. And just decides to swipe me like that when my son is here. So I didn't feel as if it was appropriate to come on YouTube and discuss what was going on until I discussed it with my sons. Jared was all happy, chipper, go lucky. He's been using my vehicle to go back and forth to work, which is fantastic. He gives him a means of transportation. And he was ready to leave my room, and I said, I got on my knees and I said, Jared, I need to talk to you. And I told him exactly what Jimmy said and how I had 30 days. I said, your name wasn't even brought up. He sold the house to his niece. And Jared just looked flabbergasted. Jared's name is still on a lease with his ex-girlfriend. Or I guess he could go to my daughter's. It's me that's going to be in a situation with chickens and 2 dogs and all the harvest that's coming in. And, so I did have to call my friend today and tell him some things that were being said, like something about the soil. And he was like, oh yeah? I don't think so. Because Jay bought you that soil. I don't care if I have to use a wheelbarrow and a shovel to get all that soil out of there. So I'm assuming maybe they just wanted to pin me up against the wall to leave my garden here. Not happening. I never did give the price on my garden, so whatever the money, like Jay, everybody knows what the amount of money was Jay spent on soil, and that was expensive. $1,175 for that soil. The beds, I'm not absolutely sure on how much he paid for it. He may have gotten them on like a Black Friday. I can't speak for him, but by the time I was done, and 100 plus bags of mulch, and you just put more and more into it. The last calculation I had initially, my beginning calculation I had was 7,000. By the time it was done with all the perennials and other things that I put on the property, I'm like at least $9,000 in that I will not get back. So that's what's going on. And like a totally different person. Like ignorant, rude, and I'm not saying anything to Jared. He said hello to him and everything. But my son, Johnny, who's older, his best friend is a sheriff. So he's definitely going to look into that. And a lot of his buddies are cops. So I just basically said, listen, this is where I'm at. This is what's going on. and, you know, might need some muscle strength, around here. So there it is. There's my horrific, horrendous news. And I just feel like a total jackass for using every red cent to be stockpiled, to pay for oil, to do this, to do that. And here I am, going backwards. You know what I mean? Oh. No, say it's not like we thought it is. I'm sorry if I pull myself together. It is exactly what I thought may have been possibly going on. And he was like, oh, well, you saw me looking at houses. And I said, no, not really. I wasn't really paying attention. And I was like, and where are you going to go? And then right then and there, I caught on and I said, oh, that's right. You're going to sell it to your family. You'll be pocketing the money from the house that was your mom and dad's, and you could stay here longer. Who does this before the holidays, and who does this when winter's like right around the corner? Seriously. So, yeah. So Red Silo said, oh no, say it's not like what we thought, but yeah. Suzanne said that's it then. Let's see. But he's talking about the daylight savings time. Hello, Melody. Finally made a cool live stream of yours. Hope everything's okay. My world just came crashing down. No, and hopefully I don't have to repeat it because I haven't even been acknowledging anyone coming in, and I'm really sorry about that. My nerves are shot. I lost more weight, and it's just, I just kept going and going and going here. It was like I couldn't find that switch to turn it off. So, yeah, I hope you're okay, Joe. Exactly, Suzanne. And all that work / money spent on the garden chicken's coop, would it? I'm not going to say it out loud. I'm sure people can see it. But a POS, yeah. Jerked off move. And I had 2 friends. Well, obviously, in the beginning of this, I'm pretty sure it was Jay and Chris that were saying to him because of his health, if something happens to you, what's going to happen to Mel? And I was like, this? Selling it in like that? And then telling me I have 30 days? So I called up Thomas, was telling him what was said, told him the first remark that was said, well, the other things that were said, and then this dirt thing. And I told you what he said. He was like, I don't care if I have to wheelbarrow every speck of that dirt out of there. It's going. Start ripping everything out of the garden. He said, believe me, I don't want to go to Thomas and Jean's. I was there for 30 days, but in the worst case scenario, until I can figure something else out or, can get some money together or whatever, I want to be with my son, Jared. My other son was trying to calculate money. It's just not going to probably work out like that. I just don't want to go there and be trapped in. And, I've been paying $350 a month for storage too on top of it. It's like, this is insane. And it's not like someone that didn't know me or know my kids since they were like little, who suddenly just turned into a totally different person. His family doesn't know, was the one taking care of him or telling him to stop getting those frozen coffee drinks. And he's telling me, yeah, right. Or he's drinking Red Bulls and he's a diabetic. Like, he must have a death wish. So yeah, I guess I'm shit on his shoe. And I think Thomas just quickly jumped to the gun like, well, a worst case scenario. Well, this is a worst case scenario, So basically when I called my son was seeing like what I could afford a month, what could Jared afford a month, so forth and so on. But we just are not really sure. So as a worst case scenario, I would have to go to Thomas and Jean's, which I really don't want to. And, keep paying out the ass on storage. Hey Mel, I'm really sorry. That's no doubt of what the fuck dang. Yep, really is, LP. Thanks, Cindy. Hi, Miss Grammy Karen. Speechless. Speechless is like beyond right now, Doreen. It's like I'm a wreck if you can't tell, and I'm really, really gonna try to hold my composure tonight on here. But I do YouTube. I'm not a person to lie. It's like, I knew I was gonna have to come out and tell this, but I said I was talking to my neighbor, and I have to talk to my other neighbor tomorrow. It was like, I'm not going to say anything until I speak to Jarrett. And I didn't want to, like, slam dunk Jarrett with that is right after he was done work, and he was just, like, in shock. And my son, of course, they're worrying. But Jarrett's not in a position really to do anything for his mother. And Johnny is with his best friend who's a cop in a 2-bedroom house. You know what I mean? Can't go to my daughter's because she doesn't have no basement. So it's a real pickle, my friends, a real pickle. And talk about the amount of things I stockpiled in food and busted my ass to preserve and, put things up. All the canning jars, or there's so much food that if there is an apocalypse, everybody would be fine for 4 years. Rough estimate. Just some mediocre things. When I was there for the 30 days, Jeans, I think my refrigerator was there, and she's like, well, come on, I want to get through the refrigerator so it doesn't run up my electric. I brought that up. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I have freezer boxes and stuff. And he goes, it's fine. We cleaned out the garage. I'm like, you keep saying it's fine, but it's the woman's house. There is a bedroom there. It's smaller than the one I'm in here. There is a lot of things that I feel like, here's a key point that he made, which is very valid. He said, we all tried to get you to slow down, and you just couldn't and didn't. Every time he would do something, it's like, Jimmy needs this or Jimmy wants that. Like I said, none of his family was coming here seeing him. He said, taking care of the chickens. I'm doing it. And he can't even walk his dog. So do they know, like, he's smoking like a chimney or drinking all this caffeine? Or no, because it's not my place to rat him out. But, it is what it is. The sister, I guess, was a bird in his ear and said, oh, because the one niece didn't want it. She was going to be left in the will to get the house if, God forbid, something had happened. And he spoke to her about it. She was like, I don't want that house. And I guess that's what he figured. He would line his pocket because he's jobless. And now he has to find a house. It's like, that's why I said to him, well, where are you going? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, this is not even organized. Like, who does that? So, there are blessings in store for you as this plays out. I'm sorry. I really hope so, LP. It's like, here we go again. Here we go again. And then in order to get things packed, like, I need help. I'm barely getting my sweatpants to even stay up. And I could pull them as tight as could be. I'm a polar opposite person. I do have anxiety, but when I'm nervous or things happen, I just am the opposite of some people. I just don't have an appetite. Like, I barely sat down. The plus side, I mean, I was there for 30 days at Thomas and Jean's. Well, because Thomas wanted to go through his VA, for military, you would know. That doesn't even happen in 30 days. So yeah, I don't know. And then it's like having to pack things up, and oh my gosh. I said to Thomas, I don't even think you've realized the amount of food and the amount of jars that are here, And it's not like I'm staying there for a little bit, 30 days in the summer, like I did that time, which was fine, and could be outside. And he's like, don't worry about it, I'm like, I don't want to be closed in there. I did say that to my son, Johnny. I don't want to spend the holidays by myself. It was, the boys would come here. Now they just lost all respect for him. And, the sneaky crap. Like, why would his niece do that? Well, my niece looked it up. It says 30 days. Like, really? Really classy. Really classy. So sorry, Melanie. What a piece of shit for doing it the way that he has. Yep. Chris says, I can't believe he is only giving you 30 days. Holidays are coming. I know. Get a friggin' backhoe and take what's yours, Mel. Hello, Mitch. Happy Halloween. Happy Sunday. Yeah. I think Thomas is so mad. I did try to call Jay when I found out. He didn't answer. So I just, Johnny said, run him a text message just so, and I said, for what reason? He said, just to let him know. And I was like, okay, and I did. But I mean, if I could tell you a guy was on fire, I was like, my kids bought me perennial things, and he's like, yeah, and they'll be dug up. I said, no, they're going to want free raspberries off the side of the house. And he goes, yeah, and they'll be gone. The wood, he wants that off the property immediately. How much oil do I have left in the tank because I paid for it? Like, it's just, what's it going to come down to? Like this, vile, like, type of situation. I can honestly say since that moment, I'm not even speaking to him. So if I was closer, I'd bring my shovel. Oh, LP, that would be awesome. I did say that because Thomas can't, I mean, he's a big dude, but I did say to my Johnny, like, this all can't be on Thomas to get all my stuff out by 30 days for these people. What are they going to do? Send the police or the sheriffs to make me look like a freaking idiot? Are you kidding me? So that tells you right there. You could be as good-hearted as this person and take on someone else's health conditions, their dog, their filth, their mouse infestation, their this, their that, better their and you know what? It just doesn't really matter now, does it? So, my bad for investing my money into here. And, not having the money to get a place. It's so scary. It's like, I don't even, listen, my son Johnny had said this with a possible apartment, but I mean, that's even going to be hard. He's like, you won't be able to garden. I'm like, I'm fine with it for now. I can use my 2 green sock vertical planters, but he said, let me just, look around and see, but the likelihood's going to be 0 to none. And, that could be short-lived. I don't want to be bouncing and bouncing. I just can't. My body can't handle it anymore. And I'm more sickly from being here for the amount of time that I've been here because apparently if I clean his bathroom that wasn't cleaned for 4 months, I have OCD. No. Like, you should have cleaned your own bathroom and you didn't, and someone was coming over. That's disgusting. So, Slob hasn't had a shower in weeks, and I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. I will not let it turn me into a bitter person, but if there was a miracle that could happen, I don't know, a little 2-bedroom apartment for me and Jarrett, and I would be fine without gardening for a bit, take a break, a body break, a mental break, Much love and prayers for you, sweetie. Oh, thank you, Mitch. He's an adult who could speak. He could have discussed this with you and planned it with some respect and give a bleep. I agree. Oh, Red Road Homestead. Hello, Melody. Hug, sweetie. Hi, long time no see. Happy Sunday. Mel, have you checked the squatters' rights in your area? Well, she went to lawyer school, but I don't think, she did anything with that. I think she works in the medical field. But what, leaves a bad taste in my mouth? What are you? I mean, he talks crap on all of them. And suddenly it's like, I said, well, technically it's 60 days. And he's like, no, my niece looked it up, it's 30 days. Johnny's like, well, I'll be on that. Because his best friend's a sheriff, and he's going to talk to a couple of his cop buddies. I'm not looking for a problem. I just don't want any of my stuff left here. The sad thing of it is I have no extra help because he doesn't do anything. I do it all. And I'm going to have to deal with the whole middle of the basement, disassemble a garden, get every single solitary thing that was planted in on this property. Some of the soil he will benefit from because, went around a couple of the trees or whatever. Even Jay said, well, they did it over order. on the soil, but you know, his property is going to benefit from it. But I have knockout roses, 2 or 3 bushes, and you know, my son's got me perennial things that'll come back every year. Thomas had a response for everything. Okay, it'll be dug up. It'll be put in a landscaper bucket. Like, I I have no help as it is. Obviously, hasn't helped me in from the time I got here. Actually, that's not true. When he was working, he at least would help cut down the sunflowers. Nope. I don't know what guy sits there on his ass on his phone and watching this skinny little woman because he wanted extra sunflowers, which he'll claim he didn't. Extra sunflowers, and I'm out there yanking out 60, 70 sunflowers so it didn't look like crap. Even in the beginning when I moved here and there was problems with his neighbor, I'm like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to deal with this. Right then and there, it would have been different. And then I told him a couple times I was moving out, and he's like, "You're not effing going anywhere. Don't let somebody chase you away." And then, you know, I thought I was doing the right thing by helping him or to better the house and just invest my money, um, invest my money into here. And speaking of, because a friend of mine just had texted in the kitchen, I was like, you know, my good friends were coming here for me and feeling uncomfortable. Like if they wanted to eat with me, then they felt obligated to buy you food. I said, even your screen door didn't shut. And had to get a hydraulics thing, and Jay put it on. No, he didn't. Like, what? Yes, he did. Absolutely. You know, or like Jay did a lot to try to help out here with the mouse situation. Give credit where credit's due. Chris would come down. He would feel uncomfortable eating in front of Jimmy. He would try to help me in the garden or do a video, or if I needed his help with something, he would help. If it was something I legitimately couldn't fix, and Jimmy was like, "Oh, I need this fixed," he wasn't calling anybody to fix it. His one buddy was never even showing up. And I didn't want to bug my friend Jay, who has a job. Thomas would come over and do it. So you see what I'm saying? We did it for him. But I'll never forget the comment that Thomas made to me a while back. He says, "Why do your guy friends have to come to his house to fix it? It's his doings. It's his house. Tell him to get up off his ass and do something." Well, that didn't work. No, but I didn't check that out though, Cindy. Wish we lived closer. We'd have you out of there next week. Oh, I wish. I wish. I wish. I wish. So yeah, you know, if you can do me a huge favor, because every little bit, which isn't much that I earn, you know, something that I earn from YouTube, but if you wouldn't mind watching videos and the letting the commercials run, because every single penny is going to count. If I want to be able to get a place in this time, it's like I think that's the best route, but unfortunately you can't get a place without a pot to piss in. So sorry I came in after you were explaining. I will say a prayer for strength and comfort. Oh, thank you, Grammy Karen. I so appreciate that. Consult an attorney or state bar association may be able to help you find someone for a consult at a limited fee. By that time, the 30 days would be up. But I know what you're saying. Our life, hello, hi, happy Sunday, welcome in, happy Halloween. So you're being evicted, not legally, by paperwork, and nothing was signed. That's just kind of what he told me at the table, and I'm like, 30 days, like what? Even like other places would do it officially. So, you know, if she looked it up, like, oh yeah, you should be evicted in 30 days. Okay, draw the paperwork. And then that will be a big feud. Big feud. I mean, my Johnny is livid. And it's also hard for him to hear his mom cry. He did say where he's at is a 2-bedroom little house. He was at like saying, what could you swing? I told him, he consulted Jared, could you swing? I don't want to put Jared in a pickle. He's going through some stuff. So It's going to be like the money down. That's where it's going to come in at. And you can't put money down if you don't have any money. Sometimes tears are healing. Yeah, but to sit there and cry and, lose my composure on YouTube is like embarrassing. And the crazy thing of it is, it's like, this is nuts. I lost my home during COVID. He was talking about how skinny I was when I got here. Like, it's even worse now, to be honest with you. And I did get hurt the other day. I called my friend to see if I can use their tub, but, they were busy, and that's okay. But, gonna need some help in boxes and some paper to wrap some things. Where it comes in at now, if I just keep my mind on straight, like, okay, this is just what I'm gonna have to do for right now. Unless X amount of dollars come plopping into my lap, is I have to figure out what's going and then what I would have to take in order to continue doing YouTube. Even if it's cooking videos, baking videos, I would have to take that stuff with me. So that's going to be difficult too. It's just horrible. Oh, Deb. Yeah, there's Debbie, my neighbor. I'm like, Deb, if you need, like, I still have beets in the bed. I'm like, you may have to come and get them. She's been under the weather a couple more days. She said she might feel better, and I may, hopefully, lots of prayers for Debbie to feel better, because she's probably going to be my only help, besides maybe a little bit for my son Jarrett, to start getting this ball rolling. I don't know. I'm going to need totes and paper, and, was planning on the winter and was planning on the oil. You see what I'm saying? And someone said to me today, do you know how much is left in the oil tank? I was like, no, and the stick broke. And it was like, you ought to turn it on. Like, I'm kind of shivering over here right now. Let me turn off my dehydrator. Should be turning it on, run it down. Because that's, look, I'm not even kidding. Look how many times I have to roll. I don't know if you could see how many times I have to roll my sweatpants down. To run it down, because that's my money that went into that, or anything. I mean, he hasn't even had to buy soap for himself in forever. He just bought a bottle of body wash, but for over 2 years, I bought the soap, I buy the laundry detergent, I buy the trash bags, the dishwashing tablets, the dish soap. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And guess what? My bad, right? My bad. But back to Debbie. I did call her and told her a little after it happened, after I got off the phone with Thomas, and she was upset. She literally said, like, she made a good friend, and, do what you got to do to get that garden apart, to not keep it here. So maybe that's where the 30 days comes in. I have to think they're going to pocket it to garden. No. My friend bought me that, and I'm respectful, and that was an amazing gift and amazing soil, and it's not staying here. So, and the chickens. And I had said to him, why would you have me get frickin' chickens? So, I don't know. But Debbie says, love you, Mel. You will be okay. Love you, friend. Yeah, so, I don't know. I don't know, my friends. Whatever you could do to help, that would be fantastic. Whether you're watching the videos or if you're letting the commercials play, that would be extremely helpful. That's why there was no other videos other than the one egg the chicken did, which, do let me explain. I might have sounded very nonchalant on the video, but the phone call, he was outside. I got a phone call, his name came up, and I'm like, what is he calling me for? And I literally was like, yeah. He was like, get out back right now. That's why I thought something horrific happened, because he scared the crap out of me. Literally scared the crap out of me. Welcome in, Huga. Hi, honey. Love you. No future with the roommate who is out of a place to live, too. No, because I'll have the money to go get something else. It's, unless he gets an apartment and blows it all, because he's so bad with money. Um, there's something else going on with that, Grammy Karen, for sure. Facts. I'm a pretty good instinctual person. I had an instinct if something was going on and talked to um, my friends and kind of had the same idea. It was recommended for me to, let Jarrett know, but then I questioned him and it was like, no, no. And then he tells Jarrett to come here last Saturday. And that's one way you can kill me in a million pieces. And that's why would you tell him to come here for him to just have to move out again? Like, that's nuts. Um, thanks, Grammy Karen. Yeah, that's right. He's covered and can stay there longer. He totally screwed her. That's right. Red Silo, sorry. I was ready to say a different. Um, I have Justine and Darren's phone number. It was like kind of getting this whim of like the stat and the third. And, just asking like basic questions and him leaning me in the right direction. And I didn't do anything until I had some concrete proof. And he said it. Oh, you saw me looking at a bunch of houses. I'm like, no, I didn't. Actually, was it today? I think I saw him looking at a house for 85,000 on the computer. And then he was supposed to be back. I noticed he was pulling teeth to go to the store, and he knew that I had to go to get a costume for my live tonight, and it wasn't even a pimple on his ass. Now let me tell you, nope. When did you get this news? Today, I got the news. Um, late in the day, he said he was only going to be gone for an hour. He was gone for quite a few hours, and then he kind of, I don't know, whatever, maybe like 4 o'clock, somewhere around there, maybe 4:30. I could be dead wrong. I'm going by when Jared called me to tell me for why he stayed at work longer. So maybe, well, Jared called, I want to say it was like after 6. So I found out a little bit before that. Hello, Miss Andale. How are you, sweetheart? So yeah, screwed again. I would check with landlord tenant laws. There should be an organization. So what if they have to evict you? Not sure what state you're in. Pennsylvania, Doreen. Pennsylvania. And yeah. I kind of don't want to have to go through that because I feel like it's going to make me look like a jackass to the neighbors, and it's going to make me look like I've done something wrong, and I'm always about protecting my reputation and my last name. Won't give them the satisfaction. Not at all. Won't give them the satisfaction. I don't care if I sleep in my vehicle, and that's a fact. Be sleeping in my vehicle with 6 chickens and 2 dogs. I have a background in real estate, but in California. Oh, that's a boo-hoo. I'm late. I'm very sorry to hear this. We love you, Mel. There's a bigger plan for you, sweetie. I know they always say, like, never question God, or I just got done telling my son when one door closes, the window opens. I just feel like I'm in quicksand up to here. I feel like I made a lot of foolish mistakes by taking my earned money and money that I had in the bank to invest it into here, and now I'm just shit out of luck, literally. For even to put money down on a place. Yeah, well, apparently she knows it all. I don't know if she may have graduated, but, apparently she knows the law. But my son knows a lot of people, and his best friend is a sheriff, so he's going to look into that and just verify, because 30 is a little too quick considering, like, it's getting chilly out here, and he ain't going to help. The rest of us are going to have to get the soil and the beds and stuff out because I ain't leaving a gosh darn thing. So, no way. My friend bought me that, and that is not staying here for someone else just to confiscate. Or if I had to come back and get it, be like, oh, you're on private property. You can't come get your garden or, whatever. I'm trying to avoid the drama because my nerves just can't take it, honestly. Oh, thank you, Huga. I know, right? Red Road Homestead. That's what I said. I was like, Jesus, Mary and Joseph, man. Like, I didn't lose my home. I had to go to two other places. And then it was like, bingo, bango. I've known Jimmy. Jimmy used to live with me. I never evicted him out. I never put him out on his ass. And the lease was under my name. And yet he got my bedroom. And I slept out on the couch or an air mattress. Like, are you kidding me? I guess there's not the same common courtesy. Um, Can I sue to recoup some of the cash you put into the property to improve it? I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. And really, my friends, these are all my friends and family on here. I know this is going to sound silly, but if I could figure a way out of it, I'd rather figure a way out of it with no trauma. I can't. I'm too weak, losing weight. I barely eat. And, appointments at doctors. And they're afraid because of my post-traumatic stress syndrome and my anxiety that I'm going to end up having a nervous breakdown. And I don't want that. So I want to just, I don't know. I really don't know. Shock. Pure shock of like, I'm shit under his shoe. I think is what I said to Debbie today. Thomas said he's been plotting it for some time, is what Thomas said. He's a lazy piece of bleep, 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 bleep. That was Thomas today. Live it. He's live it. And, he is offering me his services. So far, the only one. I did say to Johnny, like, you have all these cops and military people that you're friends with. When a time comes, don't put it all on Thomas and me, because I know you haven't seen me in a hot minute, but I'm super duper skinny there, John, like skinnier than usual. My nerves are shot and I need some arm strength, some backup. So get all your cop buddies together, your military buddies, get them over here and just get me the fuck out. Seriously, sorry, excuse my French. Miss Andale, God has a plan. It's going to be better than before with a 1999 super chat. Miss Andale, you're gonna have me crying. But thank you. You have no idea how much that means to me. I kid you not. Every little bit is gonna help. It's gonna go into a little fund so that I can not have to shuffle around or be in my car. And then the thing with the chickens came up. I was like, live it. Like, why would you have me do chickens? For them to be killed? Like, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I just don't know. There's a lot of I don't knows. But I can say one thing, zero respects. I said to my son, and remove him off your Facebook. My son was like, well, yeah, absolutely, because I don't want somebody hurting my mother. In the meantime, work, 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 and work some more with no help to get these things packed up and to have to separate what goes and what's going to have to go into storage. And I'm already paying $350 a month for storage. It's just insane. No, I didn't see any paperwork. Red Road. Take the woods since you bought it. No, he bought that, Suzanne, with my recommendation to do it, so that I just knew these other things were going to come down the road. I've done 2 fires in there, and that came up because I paid the wood guys for a cord of wood. And when I moved, he was like, no problem. We'll just put the 2 racks on the property and we'll store them over here. I was like, okay, no problem. Once that was all done and everything, all that wood was just brought over, and he's not keeping that wood. And to use the heat for the oil that I paid. So, do you have Section 38 low income housing? There is something like that here, but it is a list. I'm talking like more than 3 years, if that helps you out at all. Lordy, don't be embarrassed. Life happens, nothing you can control. But you know what? Been there, done that. Lost my home during COVID to some rich guys. Bounced around. It was hard, really hard. Me and Jimmy reconnected. I've known Jimmy for years and years. If it was just a fly-by person I didn't know, that would be a different story. And he knows I am absolutely in love with my sons, and Jared's the baby. And it's like, I'm trying to help him with something that's going on. And he tells him to move in here, tells me to stop my hands from shaking. He's here, his stuff's here, he's fine, don't worry about it. And then you're going to get me a week later on a Sunday. It would be a week as of yesterday. Jared was here, he's not even unpacked. And I don't want to have, my idea with Jared was to make sure to be honest, because that's the only way to be. Tell him what was going on. He did have to take a walk, so I know his temperament was probably up a bit. But his name is still on a lease with his ex-girlfriend, so there is that option for him, or he could go to my daughter's. There's always that option. There's no options for me. I did go and call my daughter and said, call me when you get this. It's really important. But she just called only during live, so I don't know. Just focus on one thing at a time. You know, Miss Grammy Karen, I could do that if there wasn't so much that needed to be done. Like, there's things that aren't even processed yet, and like, you know, it's like, am I going to be straight out eating out of a jar that I have stuff I preserved? I don't know. I have no answers. I'm shocked. What state are you in, Mel? Pennsylvania. I can start looking up stuff for you if you like. I would like. And if the moderators don't mind posting my email, I would greatly appreciate that. And Doreen, you can hit me up through email and I'll give you my cell number. Nope, that's exactly right, Red Road Homestead. My neighbors have said that too. Don't leave them anything. You know, we were like so happy when you came here. You know, all he was doing was nothing. And you seem to have him up and moving. And wow, the property looks so much better. And, you know, so happy you're here. And then bam, feel bad for Debbie because she's like, I finally made a really good friend who's she bestills my heart, who's taught me so much with gardening. And I'm like, you know. And then my friends Kathy and Mike down the street, they were like a little bit busy. They're the ones that bought me my shirt that said, yes, I talk to chickens, and all the little signs, you know, for the I don't want chickens type of thing. And I'm going to go down there tomorrow and talk to her and tell her what's going on. Hello, Our Life. Now I feel sorry you're now going through this. We was in that boat earlier this year. The hurricane wiped us out as we was just settling in and now starting again. Yeah, the thing that's really stinking Our Life is like, I went through this with COVID. Didn't owe them any money. Everything was paid for, and it was just like, want the older tenants out. I mean, I did go to court with them, but you can't fight something if they want a different. I'm not saying like I'm a trashy clientele, but they wanted, you know, different clientele that was going to pay that money and to not even have a garbage disposal or whatever, you know. And that in itself, that was at least 60 days for sure. That was 60 days. All LP with $5 super chat. God's got you. I hope so. I hear my mother-in-law in my head say, never question God. But I did, and I was like, you know, what's going on? This was before today's news. I said, am I meant to be like a caretaker of somebody for the rest of my life? This is what he has in store for me between Uncle Louie? And that's exactly what I've been like here. Like, you should be compensating me, you know, from trying to barricade a case, like a door in a Wawa, and be like, Red Bull? Like, dude, you have high cholesterol, you have diabetes, it's not even doing that, and high blood pressure. Do you want to die? That's what I said to him. So that's what my life's been like. I don't share all that, and a lot of like disgusting things. That is, I'm not better than anyone else, but when you live a certain way, like things got a little bit better recently as time went on. But that's only if I sweep 5 times a day and run the vacuum at least once or twice a day. He will sit there and watch me clean up after his dog, all the dog hair. which is god awful. And I could clean something before I go to bed that night and wake up and it looked like shit all over again. But thank you, LP, for the $5 super chat. I really do appreciate it. Nana's Crazy Life. Donna, hello. She says, hi, honey bunny. Hi, how are you? I've missed you. Sorry it's not on, everybody's doing their Halloween things on YouTube tonight, and I'm not. And mine's a little bit more on a deeper, somber note. But I can't say that I don't feel discouraged. I will not lie and say that I don't feel frightened and scared with how crazy this world is. And I'm just mentally and physically exhausted. I have been for some time, and now I get hit with this. And it's like I don't even get a break. And now it's like I have no help to start packing up the basement and, things that could go into storage and things that would need to go with me in order for me to continue doing content, even if it's not about gardening. I like growing my own food. I think I did fairly well. I think I'm pretty good food wise. So if I have to, like my son said, you might not be able to garden. I said, that's fine. That's fine. Jay got me 2 vertical planters. I could grow in there if need be. That's if I was lucky enough to, come up with enough money to put down on, even if it's an apartment. So I would prefer an apartment because me and Jarrett could swing it. It's the money down. It's all that. No. I think my bank account is down to like $30 from like, I need this. You need to pay for this. Or, yeah, you get my drift, folks. Seriously, Mel, if you bought the wood stove and the wood sells it. No, he bought the wood stove and I bought the wood from my previous house that I lived in. And obviously I was floating around, so that needed to be stored somewhere. And Thomas and Jean were like, hey, you could store it here. They had 2 other racks, but for their fire pit, not for like, they don't have a fireplace inside the house. So they were nice enough to let me store it there. And then once I said to him, you need, like, I got to tell him everything. You need to run that and at least do 1 fire to make sure like it's safe. And I had to do the fire. He don't even bend down. So, no, the wood stove's his. This had to be on the works a while. Should have been up front with you. Sorry, honey. Yep. That's what Thomas had said too. And I was kind of thinking different things. And with Silo Homestead, I brought up a couple things and concerns, and his advice was right. Talk to your son first, and I did. But things happened so quickly last Saturday where I literally stopped him dead in his tracks. And I'm like, maybe you're better off going to your sister's. Jimmy's like, oh, if he wants to, he can be here. He could be here. What? Between the amount of money, listen, let's just put it this way. That when the conversation came up, because he was told to apply for Social Security, he doesn't even know the exact amount he was going to get. Then he said he had a ballpark idea. I said, okay. And then I was like, okay, well, if I do an additional 600, let's say, and then some, and my son's willing to pay, there's no way you can't afford your bills. There's no possible way. Know what he said? Yeah, but it would be really tight. I wouldn't be able to pay for my gas and cigarettes. Well, then don't smoke. I mean, like, we're offering to pay. I offered to pay more. But my son is not a lowlife. My son was coming in the door like, how much does he want me to pay? It's $300-400? What? And I was like, I don't know. He didn't say. So he didn't take a dime off Jared or anything yet. But even the additional money for me to pay, he still was coming up with excuses for why he couldn't pay his bills. I think he also has a Chapter 13. I don't really remember. So I don't know. This money walk and bullshit talk, that saying. Guess what he's saying is he'll have the cash and then he can put the cash down on a house. So I don't know. Don't know, my friends. Thank you for posting all the links. I greatly appreciate it. There is a plan for you. Sometimes we don't know the plan and that makes us uneasy, but trust, honey. Something wonderful is going to happen for you. Open your heart and trust. I'm trying. That's what I thought this was after everything that I've been through, losing my home, and I had to stay at Thomas and Jean's for 30 days. Not that it was unbearable, but at least it was like summer then, or like spring, summer. And yeah, she used to come in and be like, my kitchen has never been so clean since you got here, but they're Croydon. So there's nothing really around there. And they were really nice, even like when Chris came to visit. They're like, "Oh, you don't have to drive back. You're more than welcome to sleep over. If Mel wants anybody to sleep over, she could sleep over." They were like that. They were kind about it. Me personally, I'm a social person, and I just don't want to be stuck there in the winter. I want to be able to have a way out if that's the worst case scenario. Um, so it's just a matter of what I really, really want is to be able to come up with the money, and I don't even care if it's an apartment. I would rather be, even if it's a one bedroom and I'm on the couch and Jared stays. That's where I'm at. Um, so I don't know. I don't know, my friends. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, they say. Well, don't put all your money into your quote unquote friend's house. And then, you get screwed over. It sure sounds like he's been planning it for a while. He does have to serve you papers instead of just tell you, though otherwise it's not legal. Yeah, my son's going to look into that. Bullfrog Swamp Homestead, hello, happy Sunday and happy Halloween. Sorry to be like a Debbie Downer, but I keep it very transparent over here. There's no way you would not have known. And I just did that whole laundry room. And I said that to him, like, oh, I was the maid. And I'm disgusted, disgusted. Like I was down in that laundry room cleaning up mouse poop and stuff. Like I've never lived like that. Organized my jars, did all that. Then became the plumbing problem with the backed up septic situation, you know. And then it's like the middle has to be done. So need totes. Totes aren't cheap anymore. Got to get totes in order to put summer in one, winter, because I don't know. I don't know. I don't even have a winter coat. Like it's been sitting in a cart for a year, and I didn't even put myself at the front of the line to be like, Mel. Well, Chris used to say that. Will you stop spending all your money there and do something for yourself? I need to buy myself this winter coat that I saw on Amazon. I think it was like $50 because it's cold here, and I'm shivering right now. But um, I definitely have to get a winter coat, and I have that gorgeous scarf and hat from Red Silo Homestead. So it's still in my cart from a year ago. It's more like a ski jacket, totally thermal, because I lost more weight and I'm cold constantly now. So I'm not trying to get sick. So Bullfrog Swamp Homestead prayer is sent, ma'am. I'm sorry this is happening to you. I don't comment much, but you have truly impressed me with your gardening and homesteading skills. Oh, thank you so much. I really do appreciate that compliment. As you can see, you all put a smile on my face. So I'm usually not a Debbie Downer, but my whole world got rocked. I don't know if that's what I put in my title, but I'm pretty sure you can all agree that that's exactly what just transpired. So they have to square it with you before they can sell the house. Why? I'm just a roommate, like I'm not on the mortgage. I'm on the oil and stuff like that. And I don't know. She seems to know it all, and I don't even want to give her the satisfaction. Like, you're just so ignorant. I don't even want to talk to them. I'm just going to have to walk around them and just start packing stuff up. And I think the first thing I should pack up tonight should be the electric tea kettle because he likes to use it every morning. They have to. Hi, Gavin. Now my grandson's just finding out. I did call your mom earlier to tell her. He said, hi, my mom. Sorry this happened to you. Gavin was a really good sport, though. Gavin can speak for like a worst case scenario, and I have to go to Thomas's, which I'd rather be with my family. But I guess until it gets some money together, whether it be super chats or use running my my videos and letting the commercials run. Whatever you can do to help, would be eternally grateful, because I do not want to be stuck there. And, but I'm not going to be able to find a place like that for sure in 30 days. That's not going to happen. But Gavin used to come over there. They were nice to Gavin. And hopefully he wouldn't mind coming over, and because I think they're going to Disney in November. Maybe Gavin will want to come over and spend some time, stay over or something. But sorry you had to find out that way, buddy. I love you. Lien on the house. No, there's no lien on the house. Time to take care of you, girl. Huga. Oh my gosh, if that is really the truth. I mean, do you ever feel like, let me just go down a little bit further. Paul, you didn't even have to do that. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. Honestly, Paul doing, well, it has the E, so is that $20? Sorry, couldn't be more. I just appreciate all yous trying to help. Whatever yous can do, I'm grateful. Can you do a GoFundMe? My grandson said, I don't know. I don't know how to do that. I wouldn't feel comfortable, me personally, starting up one. Thank you for my email being posted. Great moderators. I checked and PA is not tenant friendly. I know. I looked it up. Hi, Abby. Beautiful Harvest Abby. I missed you. How are you, girlfriend? Love you to pieces. Hi, Sheila B. Hello, hello. Happy Sunday and happy Halloween, everyone. Hello, Vandal of the Land. Welcome in, LP. This might sound silly, but set a timer every day, 30 minutes, pray to calm your nerves, and have a snack. I didn't even eat yet today. Put a reminder on your phone. You are important too. Well, to go to your comment, LP, and to what Huga said, I want to say this. I believe in God Almighty. I'm not a saint by no means. But I was just explaining this to someone the other day. I was just like, I turned on YouTube to watch Jess from Roots and Refuge. And I guess the way I was feeling body-wise, and, I have a torn Achilles heel, and I have this still has to be done. Like, I put my own medical needs on the back burner for this guy. I really only have myself to blame. But anyway, I just felt like after I watched that video, I was like, wow. I think God meant me to see that video. Basically, she was just talking about like her health problem that she had that she didn't want to discuss because then she has to deal with comments. And then she got the eczema, like, the skin disorder. And the doctor told her that she needed to stop. She needed to rest. She doesn't know what that is. It was so hard for her. And then here comes the ultimate line. She says, if anybody did Jessica Sowers wrong or badly, that would be me. Basically, what she was saying is she was like a go, go, go person and always busy, that it was like, even her husband was just like, Jess, you need to stop. And I saw myself in that video and I'm like, I literally was saying, I don't know if it was to Debbie or to someone else, I'm like, I really feel like this place is running me into the ground. There's no time for anything. Like, I gave up having a social life for, I don't know, 2 years, whatever. Hurt some friends' feelings, things like that, by not taking them up on opportunities. I never really did feel like Johnny, my oldest son, was comfortable coming here, but he did for holidays and stuff. And yeah, that video smacked me right upside my head. Like, well, I think I was meant to see that. A little too late though. I already ran myself into the ground. I'm exhausted. I am stupid. To just be that nice person that goes over and beyond. Okay. Oh, okay. You want knockout roses. Okay. You want it to look good. Okay. No problem. You know what I mean? Like that. I know I don't want chickens. Okay, Jim, the following year, fine, we'll get chickens. And I take care of them every single day. No egg today, though. You're important too. Let's see. Oh, Abby's in here. I haven't seen Abby in a while. Yes, Abby, again. I think I missed something important. You did. I've been following you a year now. Halloween was the first live I watched. I'm so sorry you were having a hard time tonight. She would be, I know. I think I was so nervous last Halloween because I had a lion and a ladybug. Oops. I had a lion and a ladybug. And I think I kept calling myself a lion. And Shannon from Kitchen Shenanigans kept saying, like, hinting around, like, oh, it's the same costume I bought my daughter. She's going to be a ladybug. And I did, like, a Halloween trivia. So sorry, I might have to owe you, you know, a Halloween thing. Because, like I said, I didn't think borrowing my son's outfit would have been all that good. He would have been like, okay, what are you trying to be? What, honey? I don't know if he's talking to me. Thanks for the troublemaking drop. Oh. Says your 30-day notice must be written notice, Mel. Verbal doesn't count, so your legal 30-day hasn't started yet. I know. Chris was telling me earlier to make sure that Jar, you're loud, hon, is to make sure I get the exact, 30 days. Jared Austin. Hold on a second. Come here, babe. No. Everybody, I talk so highly of you. Can you say hello to the friendly folks?
Oh, jeez. Okay.
He's like, oh, geez. You have to come down some.
Hello, I'm making soup.
Say hi, everyone. That's Jared. Can you see them? He's hungry. He's going to make some soup. But that's the baby. And, oh, my heart. Let's see. I was expecting a... Let's see. Hey, honey. Hi, Blue. Self-reliant. How are you, honey? I don't know what you missed, but you might have to rewatch. I figured that with the hair piece. Funny thing is I don't wear British. My boldness. As soon as I have the strength to stand and function, please know I will be there to help you in any way I can. Remember, when God shuts one door, it's because he has plans for something better for you. Oh, Deb, you're killing me. I'm trying to hold it together and not cry on YouTube. I'm trying. But I forgot to send you a text first that before I did this, I did tell Jared and I did tell Johnny. I told Jared I wouldn't go on YouTube and say what's going on without him knowing first, obviously. But thank you, Debbie. I so appreciate it. And boy, oh boy, could I use some help. I'm telling you, even the prices of like totes are astronomical. It's like before Jay got me boxes and he got like those boxes that have the paper and yeah, I'm gonna need paper to wrap things, and it's mainly gonna be like maybe when Debbie gets a little bit better, maybe she could help with like what has to go and what has to go into storage is gonna be a big thing. Melody, you need to set alarms on your mobile for meal times like my daughter taught me to do for my meds and meals. Yeah, I don't even know if you could see right now how bad I'm like shaking. My nerves. Was it one of her devotionals? Wait, I'm prayers for you, Mel. Wish I could send more, just $5 more or less. Oh, honey. Joe Serrano, thank you for that super chat. You didn't even have to do that, but I do appreciate it. And I don't know if I said this prior to you coming in, if you can let the videos run, let the commercials run. That would help out to be able to make, a little bit more money on YouTube. That would help. But it's all going to go into the pot in the hopes to be able to just get like an apartment or something. No, I think you were meant to see it too. God is always talking to us, putting things or people. I know, that was so crazy, LP. It was like if she was rightfully admitting she's like a hard worker, so am I, go kind of person. You want things in their place. You want this done. You need to do dinner, blah, 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 blah. Like catered. And it was like, I was sitting in bed when I was watching that and I was like, wow. It took a medical skin condition to knock her down. And she said she started watching Belmore. No, what is that? What's that show? Gilmore Girls, and it was funny because her younger sons came in like, Mom, is that like an old show from back in the day? She's like, it was so hard. Even Maya was telling her, like, you need to stop, you need to relax. She said she even started crocheting, but I have my hands full right now and lots to do. I mean, lots to do. Ay, ay, ay. But I do believe that God put me. Oh, Paul Honeyman said, hi, Jarrett. Jarred. I spelled it different. Did you hear me, Jar? I don't know where he went.
What?
My main man squeeze from over the pond in England, who's my moderator, just said, hi, Jarrett. He's waving hi. Suzanne saying, hi, Jarrett. Handsome son you have, Mel. I know, isn't he? He's a good one. He's a good one. They're both good ones, but I feel like me and Jared are cut more from the same cloth. LP says, hello, Jared. Miss Andale says, hi, Jared. Gavin says, hi, Uncle Jared. No, Red Silo Homestead. I asked him if he could actually do an upgrade to a 2-bedroom. I wish he would get off the phone so I could talk to him, but now I don't know if he knows what he's going to do exactly yet. So, but it's a shame though that Gavin found out on my live tonight, Jared. He's on the phone, folks. Very kind of Joe Serrano. Very kind of everyone for all the super chats. I so greatly appreciate it. And I don't know, friends. I'm not going to BS it. I'm going to be turning the camera on. I might need your company. I don't know if it'll be in lives or maybe while I'm trying to pack. I don't know if you want to see that all in videos. So I was thinking maybe there might be a few more lives, like if I'm packing something or, you know, and I'm going to be honest, if I'm not feeling all that good or not feeling like maybe anyone's in my corner to help me, I may end up, you know, just going live and, you know, you just might have to pick me up by my britches. So, I'm good, hon. I will watch what happened back in the replay, but from what I'm catching, oh my God, you're moving. Yeah, my roommate sold the house and told me I have 30 days to get out. Oh, really, Paul? He says, darn it, Melody, I wish we were closer. I have literally got a half a dozen totes here spare and another dozen in my daughter's garage. Oh, I could so use them right now. You know, I'll run videos, Mel. Thank you, Red Road Homestead. I really do appreciate that. If anyone could run the videos, and I know some of the commercials are like weird, they're like longer, but it, you know, you could do, just turn the volume up a little bit, but if you could just, you could be doing dishes, you could garden, just let the commercial play, let the videos play, and that should help me out greatly. I would hope to think that it would. And like I said, I may have to do more lives. Oh, he doesn't mind, Paul. He says, oh, okay, sorry, Jared. I spelled it right. Sifting some soil. Mona, hello. Saying hi, Mel. Tomorrow while I'm at work on their Wi-Fi, I'll run your playlist all day and drop comments so you can also channel interactionality. Thank you, Vandal the Land. I would so appreciate that. If anybody can do exactly what he's saying, if that's going to like help, because I need a lot of help, lots of help. So yeah, I greatly appreciate that. Is Gavin writing something? Oh, he retracted it himself. Let's see. Oh, Doreen's saying, available, and I'll do the same side. I have a few laptops and we'll keep the playlist running. You guys, thank you. And again, I know you say don't be embarrassed, but what a foolish woman, right? Foolish woman over here. Taking good care of him, and he was by himself. He lost a lot of family members and, you know, doing all that stuff to be who I am, which is kind and help someone. I mean, if I was sick, I would want somebody to help me. And he literally said, come here and turn it into a home because I know how you lived and it was immaculate. Well, it was hard to keep it immaculate here, but I don't know. Did I see this one coming? No. And the weird thing of it is he asked me, like, Johnny was right there. We were at a park one day. And I was like, John, to have Johnny make that ultimate decision. And he said, yeah, it's Jimmy. So we even, like, the boys are in shock. Like, how do you do that to someone? I feel as if, I make him dinner, I clean up after his dog. I do as much as I possibly can that by the time I get to bed, listen, when he goes to bed, I'm up at night cleaning, preserving food to avoid all the racket or like the TV blasting in the background so I don't get a copy strike. And he's like, oh, well, people can go watch another channel. I'm like, it doesn't work like that. Like, you can't do that, So I just found it to be a little bit easier to get some things cleaned up and to get food preserved. I put a lot of my food preservation off to try to keep cleaning up after he and his dog. Thomas said today, that's it, stop, no more cleaning. Like, well, obviously, you can only do what you could do. Yeah, and I overdid it. Oh, goodness. KY Grow Lab, running your videos now. Oh, I'm telling you, I don't know what I would do without you. I'll tell you what. It's a great community here. I've been on here for some time. And when I say embarrassed, it's because I lost my house. She just watched me like Boone did. Even Mel and Gary from Simple Life Reclaims. I'm going to be honest about this. She used to come into my lives. I know she's busy building a house. She didn't skip a beat. Every day she wrote me, and she would write me. She had my number, like my phone, and she asked me for it, and of course I gave it to her. I don't just give it to everybody, just people I trust. And every day it was something motivational, or like even now, I hope that you're doing well, hun. But she would send me like positive vibe type of, and then scriptures. And phew, I feel like that helped out so much. And she was so happy when I got here, like you did it, you came through that. I knew you could do it. You're a strong person. And it's like, now look, I'm in a ship that's like sinking. I'm sinking. So yeah, she used to do that. But thank you, KY Grow Labs, for running that. I really do appreciate it. Maybe 4 folks who have a community tab share a mail out that she needs support. Wow, that would be awesome. I didn't even think of that. And I would be, again, embarrassed to post my own self in my business. You are more than welcome to share what's going on. If you can post that on your community tab, that was an awesome idea from LP. That would greatly, I'm sure, probably help. Like I said, any help, and it gets me in like an apartment and I'm just done with this like shuffling around type of crap. That would be good. That would be pretty awesome. Great idea. Shame on them for taking advantage of you. Yeah. I'm also a person that really doesn't like to talk poop on anyone, but it just hasn't been easier. It's been so hard on my body and just torn Achilles heel that I have in my foot, or letting things go that needed to be done by the doctor, or like this, I became not a priority here. And sad about it. I'm not a person that's going to wallow in my own self-pity, but this is scary. Very, very scary. It's not like, before I wanted to camp, I wanted to stay in a tent for 3 days. Like, I don't know, I would have stayed in it for a week. We're going into winter. So, and the holidays, like you kind of put me in more of a worse situation. Winter and the holidays, like, does that. But you would sit at my table and be more than happy to eat 4 plates of that food that I bought and spent hours cooking. I like to see people eat, you know? I like people at the table for dinner. And he doesn't care. He just cares about himself. And they only care about themselves. I guess they're a different class of people. There's a reason he lost all his family members and now he's losing you. Well, his mom and dad died, and then his brother died. He just has the two nieces and like maybe two friends. So, you know, but other people that would come here would just like notice like he doesn't do anything. Like, I don't know. He can't even barely even bend over. When I got here, he could barely even stand. Or he was falling constantly and I was having to pick him up. And then I'm like, if you keep your body moving. So I do feel like I was a total caretaker. And now I need to be my own caretaker and get myself better. I was trying to keep my language good for Mel's sake, Paul. I was thinking more of something that rhymes with bunt. You're a good friend, Mel. I agree with Grammy. You've been taken advantage of. Yeah, and I think I'm a little bit in shock about that. Don't they say money's the root of all evil? Well, the root of all problems, but now I think it's just straight out like his company closed and his one younger friend had said, don't sit, find another job. He didn't. And it was like within a week, I was waiting for it to come out of his mouth. And he was like, I'm retired now. I'm like, are you really? I'm like, you should have been finding a job. And oh, he was using his age as like they were discriminating against him. I'm like, that's total crap. Do you ever see the people at Home Depot where it's just not good enough for him because he has to be a sit down job because he has to move around a lot. And he could still work a part time job, even collecting Social Security. And his friend, Steve Heck, offered him a job as soon as the snow falls, clear cash under the table. So I'm like, how financially could that not have worked? Even if I was willing to pay even more, and my son pays more. So that's that. Oh, thank you, Mona. Appreciate it. Let's see. Step 1, stop cleaning. Stop cooking for his butt. Shut it down. Oh yeah, that's done. That's totally done. Even if I have, because you know, it makes my anxiety. Look at how bad my hands are shaking. It makes my anxiety bad. I couldn't even function like with all the dog hair when I first got here. But when I go to pack my stuff up, I'm gonna make sure it has no dog hair on it. And I'm not doing shit. Excuse my French. Welcome to Mel. I'm not doing any of that. Nope, he went to Wawa. He didn't ask me if I wanted anything. He went to Wawa, I guess, got himself a suit, but he never has no money. And he bought like some big gun or whatever. And I'm like, you're bitching and complaining. You have no money. But yeah, you're foolish and buying things you're never going to shoot. Why did you do that? And he goes, oh, in case the shit hits the fan. I'm like, that's just ridiculous. You're just so careless. I would have never have done that at all. And there's a gun around this house he can't even find. So, what does that tell you? Just started playlist. Thank you so much, Red Road Homestead. I really do appreciate it. Time to shift gears. I agree with someone earlier that you should consult a lawyer at least just to chat with regarding how best to protect yourself. You know, that's true, but that's money I don't have, you know. Even if you use the bar association around here, they want some kind of money. What I'm thinking is the best thing to do is not lose my stuff. Need totes, need things to wrap the stuff in, and some Sharpie black markers for storage or what has to go with me. And my poor chickens are going to get traumatized. Thomas did say, he was like, I'll take your chickens. This was not a good time to get me on that one. I took it wrong. And I was like, oh, what did I say? I snapped. But at least I'm willing to admit it. But see, even when somebody called me, making me feel like I said something bad about them on YouTube, doesn't understand that when that call came in without even a hello, I was dealing with Jimmy like, rah, 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 rah. And I'm like, I can't freaking take it anymore. You know what I mean? So that's where that was at. But I would never say something bad about somebody. Uh, you know, well, I mean, now I probably am, but I mean, I wouldn't say anything bad about this particular person. And I felt like I was backed in a corner to where I was being made to say I'm sorry, and I didn't feel as if I said anything wrong unless I just indulged on, you know, like a food or something like that. But yeah, so it's not usually my style, but I just, my explanation, in case he's listening, is the fact that I was being verbally viciously attacked right when that phone call came in, and I was just like, I can't take it anymore. I can't deal with the bullshit anymore. And I was just like, I'm over it, and hung up. And I think that it's all right. I mean, I shouldn't have to apologize for that, feeling like I was being backed into a corner, but you know, you'd have to live it in order to know it, you know? And I do take my friendships, I keep my circle very small. I do keep my friendships, you know? Um, I don't even know where I was like, how to even explain that. I'm just not that person, you know? Back in the day, yeah, I might have been in a little bit of like, put you in your place real quick. But I'm not one for usually snapping and flipping out unless that should have been like a doorbell. Ding ding. She never does that to me. I've done some things to her, but she never does that to me. Something must be going on. And something was. So yeah, that's that. Almost still gotta be the better person to keep the higher ground. Yep. Let's see. Yep. So I feel you shut it down, but don't listen to yourself. Yeah. It will work out. I'm sure of it. Well, I'm glad you all are positive, but I figured you are going to end up seeing, like, who knows where I'll be. And I can't walk away with a clear conscience of leaving my garden and all that hard work or what my friend paid for that soil or those beds. No way. No way is that happening. For someone else to benefit from that. And I think that's where the time's coming in at, to make it so like she's already so like ragged, run down, that she won't be able to get to all that to get it out in 30 days. That's what I think. That could be me. Oh yeah, does sound like Boone. I don't know where Boone is tonight. No, I just meant on the community tab, which was suggested, um, to share out, you know, my situation or whatever. I couldn't personally do that, but if y'all want to do that, that would be great. All the help we can get with the double blind. Wish I could come pack you up and move you to Kentucky. If I had the nerve, and let me tell you something, if I could get Jared to want to up and go, I would. I so totally would do it. I might need a little bit of a sleep aid for the ride because highways, like, you know, I had an ex husband that tried to kill me like 25 times on turnpike and highways, and that's why I bug out like that. But that would be totally different because I've never left Pennsylvania, you know? My whole big thing is, you know, yeah, of course, my daughter's older, but if I had one that wanted to go with me, that would be great. And I would jump on that. Mount Maple Ranch. Hi there. How is everyone? Hi. Happy Sunday. Happy Halloween. Is it the love of the money that is the root of all evil? I don't know. I think for him, he just looks at it as that's going to be his way out. Apparently, he went through severance pay. Now he's touching an IRA. Like, what is he doing with his money? Seriously, folks, what is he doing with it? I'm a frugal woman. I can make things stretch. I don't know. I'd be in shock. Gosh, yep, I am totally in shock. Y'all are tempting me. I tell you, Red Silo Homestead and Grammy Karen for sure. For sure. Like, could you imagine? I've never even left Pennsylvania. That would be I don't know. I wouldn't want to move somewhere and then it become like a problem with the next person, you know, or like my own like little living area. I'd be more than happy to cook all the meals. You know, I'm good at cleaning, but that would be a whole new life, right? Chicken Beak Mountain, hello. Most of the people I'm friends with are already here, but for what it's worth, shared you out, thinking about you and running your playlist. Chicken Beak Mountain, thank you so much for that. This has just been a bomb drop today. It was just dropped on me, you know, earlier tonight, and yeah, shock, pure shock. But thank you for that. See, trying to get caught up. Oh, no, you also know French? Me too, but with a Spanish accent. That's funny. Joey Serrano, I love you, my friend. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You've been working that property all along. Beautification. I would tear that mother down.
You would go to jail.
Yep, for sure. Make your legs stretch now and touch your toes. I fell out. That's funny. Tell Amanda the reason why I didn't answer it because I was on live. So that's what's going on, everyone. And I'm tired. I'm tired. I didn't eat a thing all day today. And I have to muster up the energy to, it's like, what do I start on first? What I was working on first is to get everything out of the garden so that when Thomas comes, he can do what he says he's going to do. You know? I know you were trying to cheer me up. I love you to pieces. So yeah, I was barehanded, you know, squash things, they hurt your hands. I was taking my aggression out on that squash, ripping that crazy vine. It was everywhere, all out. So I do have, rough estimate, both the pepper beds are done and cleaned out. I ripped out all the beans today, plus harvested beans. Oh, can I show you something? We'll go on a different note for a couple seconds before this has to end. Of course, I have to get up. Of course. And my back is killing me. I kid you not. I need a doctor. Let's see. So this is what I picked today when I was ripping out the beans, which I'm using like the black bowl from the chickens, but that's okay. So let me show you this first. More gazillion of beans. Oh, look at these. Somebody help me out. Are these the Blue Lake Swan beans? Because I can't think of anything else I've grown. And it has the funniest texture ever. So I had to pluck them all off because I ripped all the bean plants out. But there's like a ton of these in here. Look at these bad boys. There's some still attached. Did a small little video just to show you what I was doing today, and asked if anybody knew what these were, if they could kindly tell me. But look at them. Does anybody know? What's the size of it? They'll start dismantling your raised beds for the move. Yeah, Thomas is going to do that. First thing he said to me today was rip everything out, but little did he know I was already doing that. There's things in the in-ground, though, like Swiss chard. There's kohlrabi. There's Georgia Southern collards, and, you know. So 2 pepper beds are done. Squash bed is done. And 2 bean beds are done. Even the carrots that are growing in the bean bed, I might just rip them out and throw them into the chickens. Which this is going to stress the chickens out, too. Those are super durable bowls. It's actually, are those like Scarlet? That's what I think it was because I bought a pack. Me and Debbie planted them for like a fall harvest because I got the Mexican bean beetle and I never did them before. And crazy, the length. I was like, that's the only thing I think we planted there. So, do I have to let them dry? to get the seeds out or what? Because this is a new one for me, for sure. Absolutely a new one. This one's like, oops, they're all about like this size, pretty big and fat. Sorry, sweetie, but you've got so much already canned now. Cut your loss with what's, let me go back. What's still in the ground? Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to waste it. I told Debbie she can have any of the seeds, like from the marigolds and stuff. There's going to be beets. She could come collect the beets. Some of the Swiss chard, I think I'm just going to blanch it and freeze it. And then that's about it. I do have a half a bed of purple top globe turnips, but some are coming up or some are round, you know, but that might end up being like a waste. So I'm going to try to give Debbie a lot of things, and I have to finish the beds. I have the back tomato bed I have to finish ripping out. And I'm also been cleaning it up and putting it into the trash can. I thought to myself, why am I even bothering to clean it up? I might as well just throw it to the back. But I don't know. Trying to save seeds like, you know, cosmos and zinnias. And it's so weird because I said in a video, like, you just never know if you might move. What's the likelihood of that happening when I did that video? Like, for why you should save seeds and just different reasons and stuff like that I did state. So there's still some more work out there. So tomorrow, depending on the weather, I might want to get that fully done tomorrow. And then I don't care if I have bags with the whole plant that has the seeds on it, so be it. I'll stick it in a bag and tie it up and it'll just have to go. And yeah. Trying to take trellises down. I don't care about the other trellis. But we'll see how he is when I ask him for, because Jay had originally brought a green fence over here. Jimmy got this one. I don't know with the T-post and that for why he would need it, but maybe, because if I have to go to Thomas's, he's got a crazy dog. I mean, crazy. And I'm like, my chickens are used to free ranging. He's like, okay, they can do that. I'm like, your dog is nuts. And he laughed a little bit. And he said, I said, I usually will bring the chickens out when the dogs are in the house. And he goes, yeah, you could do that. I said, your dogs have a doggy door. I don't need to have an accident and have a killed chicken, you know. So what I was thinking is maybe that could be like petitioned off and give them a little bit more area and maybe the dogs can't get to it. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see because I think I had like 3 or 4 T-posts and then Jimmy bought some T-posts, but we'll see if he needs defense or the rest of the T-posts. We'll see how, I think I will speak to him when it comes to certain things like that or like the chicken coop. It's really about it. I don't really have anything else left to say to him, to be honest with you. Dang. Start me a pot of water. I'm in. Those beans look good. I know I never did these before, but I don't know if they had to be on there dried. It's starting to get cold here. Or if I can just... Do people eat them like this? I doubt it. Maybe I guess pluck the beans out. No, I wouldn't really be disappointed in that. I'll tell you why. Because Debbie can vouch for me if she's still on here. They only gave me like 4 beans in a pack for like $3. So. Scarlet runners turn red when large and are incredible. Ooh, our life really. Unfortunately, I had to pick them, even though they're like enormous. What do you suggest I do? Should I let these dry out and then be able to just harvest them for the beans? So you're telling me people eat these? Like, could I eat one this size? I don't know. I'm just asking. And clear out the green stalks, get them ready for moving. Agree with Paul. If it's in the ground, let it go or give it to the neighbors. Yeah, on some things, but the perennial things, Thomas is like, nope, it's getting up. The boys bought me like perennial thing up. That's what he said. Same with the raspberries. So he's pissed. Then again, I am too, but I guess I'm showing it in a different way. But yeah, lots of beans right there. And I know what you're saying, Paul, because you're right. And that's why I'm saying when it comes to the red beets that are out there, I did say to Debbie on the phone today, like, Deb, you may end up getting all the rest of the red beets because that's that, you know. So she said she needs a couple days to, she thinks she may have had something. So maybe in like, hopefully no longer than 3, hopefully in 2 she starts feeling better. Then she can come over and start collecting some things. But she did offer to try to help me. We'll see. If not, it's just going to be me running myself into my own grave because that basement is going to be the issue. There's something, hon. Yeah, let them dry for the size, but you can eat them green. We cut them into 1/2-inch pieces. Really? Well, there's plenty of like regular, let me say, like string beans. I probably won't eat them. And I'm probably going to save these for the beans because I did say to Debbie, like, that's nuts. What was that? 3-4 beans in a pack? So that would give me some extra beans for sure. Oh, Red Silo. Don't make me cry. Don't stress about saving seeds. When you're ready, we'll send you some. He is saying if I go over there, like they have a smaller garden. I don't know, something about maybe 4 beds can go like along that side or something for now, for something to plant in, but I'm not even trying to be there like that, you know? But thank you for that. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart. Coop, he did, but he had made a comment and had said, I'd have to re-verify this now. He had said, the coop was put together by all screws. You're going to have to get somebody to disassemble the whole coop because it won't go out the gate. But I'm thinking, I wonder if I can get Thomas to figure out something to lift it up over. You know, the sad thing of it is they're going to be, you know, chickens get scared. And I don't want them to have to go through that stress. I don't know. But for the coop, he did. He asked me if he could build that. But I'll verify if that's still existent, that, you know, I could take them, because what does he want me to do? Kill those birds? Like, believe me, that ain't happening. Scarlet Runner, ton. It's more about the color of the flowers. They are pretty. You don't let them go to the dry pod stage unless you want them for the seed for fresh use. Okay, well now I learned. Thank you for that. Oh, Deborah Richardson, thank you so much for putting me at the top of her prayer list. I really do appreciate it, everyone. From the bottom of my heart and soul, I probably will not stop saying it, that I'm embarrassed that I just didn't see that, or just left myself be completely manipulated. So, wow, Blue, it's crazy. Deborah's a very, very, very nice person. Oh my goodness, proud mom. I'll go way back and read my text, okay? Text on here, proud mom. She was my life alert, my lifeline. I felt like everyone say hello to proud mom 1966 from Maine, right? Let them dry in the pod seeds for another year. Our life, yep. Prayers that Debbie recovers ASAP. Yeah, because it's been like 2 weeks. Lots of prayers for Debbie. Yeah, Mel seeds are covered. Oh, thank you. Honestly. Just, I mean, I didn't even want to make this live about this, but I'm like, I have to come clean. I have to tell everybody what's going on, because I may need a picker upper every now and again. And just have to let you know where I land. You know what I'm saying? So I have to focus on getting totes, boxes, and some paper. Finish ripping out the garden, and I don't want to be here. Like, what if it went over to 32? Is that going to be a problem? Like 32 days? Give me a break. So I will discuss that come tomorrow and tell them exactly what I think and feel about them from this moment on. Donate or find new homes. What? For the chickens? No, because you know what? His niece that's moving here is going to smash it. I think that's why he brought it to my attention. Like, I'll double check with them tomorrow about it, and I will definitely hit you up about that because now I'm gonna be thinking about that all night. I love Proud Mom. Y'all are great, honest to goodness. So again, I thought I was gonna be good spirits, dress up for Halloween, and do Halloween trivia, but you can obviously see why I said I just had my world rocked because I did, and not gonna lie, not gonna lie. I feel like my body's not up to par, shaking a lot, and I am just, my brain's already saying, like, I don't know if I could do this. I don't know if I could do this again. So I don't know. That's where we're at, everybody. And everyone that did a super chat, oh my goodness. Glory be to God. Thank you so, so much. I really, really, really appreciate it more than you could ever imagine. If you can share me out on your community tab or think of something maybe I haven't thought of, you know, greatly appreciate it. And this is just horrible. And, you know, I know you probably all came in here for maybe a more upbeat, you know, and last week I wasn't even feeling good and I was tired. That's why I had to end it live. It's like the stress of every day here. It's like it's really getting to me. And then boom, this happened. So again, like I said, I wanted to let you know. I thought I missed you. Oh, Erin, you might have to go back and watch because this one was a doozy, girl, but I do love you. Oh, pieces. Yes, you can, Mel. Yes, you can do this. I don't know, honestly. But look, I harvested all my comfrey so my chickens could eat it. Yeah. Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. Sorry. I don't know. That's why I said I think I was wrong for questioning God. Like, how many more tests do you have to put me through to see if I'll survive and make it? There's not that much more left of my life. Like, I just want to be in peace and be happy, and that's it, you know? And this has been a great, amazing community here, and I'm so sorry to be a bummer on night before Halloween and on my Sunday Night Live, but, you know, just had to know what was going on, so sorry, everyone. That's prayers. And, yeah, I want me and Jared to be together, but that's probably not going to happen. There's not too much I could do about that, you know? I don't know. I have to talk to my daughter and see, but as long as he's happy, I just don't want him to like not come around. And then, because I felt like that with Johnny with here. And I said to Johnny, if I was to have to go there to build up some money or whatever, you know, you can't just leave me there. I might need to ride out to the store because you all know I'm not even driving because of my anxiety. Jeez, no wonder why I have anxiety, right? So, with all that going on, you would have cracked up and I would have seriously been worried for you. You know, praying for you. I don't know what's going on, but believe me, stress is my everyday life. A lot going in. Yeah, you're gonna have to go back and definitely watch this one and set the dang reminders to eat like Paul and I told you. Seriously, I will. I will try. I mean, that's all I could do is try, right? So, I mean, I can't tell you probably like one meal a day, even if that, but that's me. It's my nerves. So let's add to it and just make it worse. But I don't want to be like a blubbering mess before I have to get off here, everyone. Just thank you. Thank you for hearing me out. Thank you for everything that you do. And I can't believe I'm going to go through this again. So, thanks, Blue. Sincerely. I really do appreciate it. Think like a honey badger. Don't give a bleep what others think. Those who like and care about you and will still stick around with you no matter what, Mel. Our life. This is what I mean. Like, I would give the shirt off my back to someone, and it's like, I just don't understand it. I'm feeling like, did I do something wrong in life? I'm being punished. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I really do love you all. And thank you for this great community and giving me an outlet to be able to vent and be myself and tell the truth. And, you know, just sorry to be a bummer. I'm worried about me too. My health's just not in a good place. That's a whole other story. And I'm worried about me too. So I need strength from God to get through this and get over the shock value of it all, you know. And shoulda, coulda, woulda, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm actually concerned for myself too, to be honest with you. Now look what you have done. You can do this. God knows you can do this. This next chapter is yours. Brainstorm on that. Dream on that. Guys are amazing. Where's the number at from Proud Mom? She's saying, I have to go to bed. So would somebody please make sure she reads the text from me and tell her to write down my number and call me tomorrow, please. Did anybody see a number? He's not served you with paperwork, and even the police can make you leave without official paperwork. Don't say anything to him, but keep one back. Yeah, I know. I don't know. His niece seems to know everything. I just don't even want to deal with police, or I don't know. I'll have my daughter ask her neighbors, police officer, plus my son's looking into it. I'm so sorry. Seriously, Mel, we're going through the same thing. Gary's brother selling a house knowing we are struggling. Oh, my Lord. When it rains, it pours. I swear by that. My phone erased everything. Red Road Homestead, I don't want you to think that I was ignoring you. People will tell you I had a lot of troubles with my phone again this summer, and I lost a lot of contacts. So my email's on here. Feel free to send me an email, honey, with your number. Yep, I hear you there, Erin. Went back trying to find the text for her, but could not find your message. Oh no. 30 days starts when you get written notice. Verbal doesn't count. Keep hacking. We'll pray for you, Mel. Thank you, Suzanne. You're not being punished, sweetie. That jerk has fallen for greed. You've done nothing. You're being sent to a better situation for you. I don't know how much better that is, but it would be a roof over my head for now, you know, to try to build up money, whether it's through YouTube or whatever. And that's why there was one video this week of the eggs, because it's just been like insanity around here this week. And then bingo bango, I get plopped upside my head on that one. Yeah, do it. Yeah, I've been there before, and here we go again. Thank you, Erin. I do appreciate that. Mel, talk to God and promise me you're going to eat something tonight. Promise. God bless. This storm will pass. Stay strong. I will try. Thank you, Bullfrog Swamp Homestead. I appreciate it. No, don't assume she actually does know everything. You can't trust those people. I know. I will have that sit-down conversation tomorrow. Do you see this? This is what's been going on with me lately. It's like I'm constantly cold. I'm freezing. I'm over here shaking. Okay, well, I think I might have yours on my phone. I'll look. Okay, great. Mel, you got me on Facebook. If you ever need someone just to listen, I'm here, hon. Always to vent, rant, whatever, inbox. It's always open. Thank you. I appreciate that, Blue. Mel, you did not promise. I didn't miss that. I did try to be slick. Okay, will applesauce count? Because I have applesauce that's in the fridge. I don't know. Okay, I'll try some soup. I'll definitely try some soup. But so lots of prayers, everyone. Sorry to keep you over by 4 minutes. Love you all tremendously. Whatever you could do on your community tabs or throughout, you know, I would appreciate it. And keep me in your prayers and ask God to give me all the strength from above because I feel so weak that I absolutely need strength, like to get through this. Applesauce doesn't count unless it's in a crusty sweetie. Love you more, Mel. No, Erin, I love you more too. Joseph Huggles. Oh, thanks. Soup, that's good. And it's warm, so double whammy. Proud Mom 1966 is turn up the heat, Mel. Where's the number? Where did you leave the number? Paul just wrote. I am clicking that on because that's my money that went into that oil heater. I am freezing and shaking. It's probably because of my nerves too. But yeah, before we get off, make sure we have Proud Mom from her previous message. Mel, her number is on the first part of your live chat. Just skim your chat after. Okay, well, I can't see the inbox part. It won't open up for 3 or 4 days. I don't know why. I can rewatch my live, but I probably won't rewatch this one because I'll just be embarrassed. But yeah, I can't get into the chat for 3 or 4 days. And then Paul couldn't find her message. If she's on here, can she write it again? Is Proud Mom still on here? Can she write it again? Oh man, I don't want to miss her, to be honest with you, as friends. You got this. Call when you can. Hugs, hugs. Oh. Nicest people in the world, seriously. So, I have to figure out how to breathe. I'm going to breathe and I'm going to definitely sit down for a second and calm down and then make myself some soup because I promised you to. So I promise. Maybe I'll even take a picture of it and put it on my community tab. Oh, I just got Red Road Homestead. I just got you on my watch. Thank you, love. But yeah, so that's the live for tonight. I'm really sorry. And my exhaustion from last week, now you can totally understand. So, anything further? You may see emergency pop-up lives or something like that. That will be why. But on that note, I sincerely love you all. Mel's email. Thank you, Paul. Probably your nerves and because you haven't eaten, stress burns energy too. I know. LP, thank you for all the support tonight. Just amazing. Sometimes number and emails don't appear. Really? Oh, Proud Mom just said, yep, I just did. You just did where? Please help me. Where is it? Paul says, thank you, Proud Mom. Okay, so where is it, Paul? Because I feel like I'm holding people up. It's not showing as numbers. Oh, what's it showing as? I don't know. Proud Mom. Just go to Melody Rose on Facebook. I'm right there. Even if you don't have an Instagram, just download it and just look for Bake a Leg and Let's Dig It, and I can exchange it that way. Find me in the instant messenger part of Facebook. The only thing that it's missing is my maiden name. Oh, they're saying, Our Life is saying, Proud Mom, space it out or write it out. Okay, let's give her a couple more minutes because I really do need this number. And, Miss Andell with the hearts. Thank you, Miss Andell. Paul says, Melody, I'll let you off tonight because of all that's going on, sweetie. Stay safe. Thanks, Paul. I know you went a little easy on me tonight, and I appreciate it. Big time. Suzanne says, don't be sorry, Mel. Thank you. I thought she sent you an email. I don't know. I know Red Road Homestead sent me an email. Get some of those boost shakes when you can. Maybe that'll help because you don't have to eat it, but it's nutrients too. Yeah, I used to be on The other one, not Boost, but I have to wait, obviously, to be able to buy them. But great idea. Making time to call you, Mel. So if you see a number starts before 2, that's me. Joe Serrano? Absolutely. Okay, what is that? But what's the area code? Proud mom. Oh, she's almost there. And can I screenshot this? Hold on, don't mind my fingers. No, I can't because it's off the case. Is it Maine? So what's the area code for Maine? And then I might be able to figure out the rest of this jigsaw puzzle. Proud mom. Since you're still not in bed yet, hurry up and do it. Please, 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 please. Oh, Paul, that's probably the sweetest thing you've ever said to me. He went easy on me tonight. I had to go easy because I couldn't grab you and hug you to ease the stress. Oh, Paul, that was amazing. Great idea at LP. Amazon sells the shakes by 24 packs. Do they really? I'm not trying to use the super chats that were sent to me tonight. I'm going to put that maybe to go for like a roof over my head. But yeah, definitely got to get some Ensures. I always do the Ensures vanilla. It's like my favorite. Just regular Ensures. It doesn't have to be like the super Ensures. Somebody wants to send me a gift. There you go. Couple cases of Ensures. 207. Got it, proud mom. Oh, Paul, that's sweet. Mel, we're all sending you hugs. Thank you so much, everyone. Mel, write it down so then she can remove it from the chat. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I have to go back. Wait. Hold on. Let me go back and get it. Hold on. I have to scroll. Where is it? Okay. Oh, so happy to have that number back. You have no idea. We go back. We do. And I lost so many numbers and, thank you, proud mom, for that. I will try you tomorrow, but love you to pieces. But yeah, the Ensures would be great for sure. He is a sweetie when he wants to be. Mel, write it. Okay, I did do that. Okay, good looking out, Suzanne. As I seen her butt laugh out loud. It's only in baggy sweatpants. And we lost last night, but they're coming home. But you see what I did this time? Flyers, Eagles, Sixers, and the Philadelphia Phillies. That's my shirt tonight. So, oops, went to go look up Joe's channel. Didn't realize my wrench was gone. Paul, please post for me. Thank you. Wasn't it Vandal the Land's wrench was gone the last time? Let's see. Great. Call me tomorrow. I have the day off. Please call me. Okay. Hopefully I wrote it down right. Thank you. I'm literally holding my heart and my neck. Thank you. I will call. Can't even move. You see a doctor? She's Joe Serrano's channel link. Joe doesn't have a channel. Okay, so now I'm definitely over. And on that note, my eyes look horrible, but I love you all. And thank you for understanding and listening to this whole, like, I can't stand drama. And yet, here we go. So, I really do, from the bottom of my heart and soul, appreciate just the amount of support y'all give. Like, I'm not saying this to be mean. Did you ever hear the saying, like, strangers can treat you better than people you actually know? Absolutely love this community. These are absolutely all amazing. And I will sit down tomorrow and try to figure out the other things like the coop and the actual date. I was thinking about maybe waiting to Tuesday so it stretches it. That would be like, I don't know, of December something, but buy a little bit more time. You are not alone, Mel. So true. Family will screw you over worse than strangers. Yeah. Erin, if you need me, my email is on here. Don't hesitate. You know, it's just weird. I'm always, not weird, but if you need to talk, I'm here for you. I promise. Erin, that's true. It's very, very true. Our life, you will be okay. Keep praying and know you are not alone. We are here in space like aliens. Oh, I love y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Sincerely, again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you, moderators. Sorry if I ruined anyone's Sunday night thinking you were going to have the Halloween trivia Mel dressed up tonight, but that didn't work out. But LP, you all know who you are. Blue, Proud Mom, Paul, Miss Andale, all of you. So I'm probably going to miss people's names, and that me too, but whatever you can do, I would greatly appreciate it. And thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll be in touch. If you see a live, well, then something's going on if it's before Sunday. But on that note, I'm just going to hold up my goofy beans. Actually, I don't want to hold up anything. I really don't. But I love you all. And lots of prayers. Keep them coming. Please pray, 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 pray. And I'll see you throughout the week and next Sunday, hopefully, because I'm literally like shaking a mile a minute. I have to hop off of here, but love yous all. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye, everyone.